The magic of deep work. I am a true believer in the power of deep work. In my professional life, I absorb information like a sponge. Meetings filled my calendar hours after hours. My brain soaks in every detail, every opinion, every data point. The information absorption is only part one. Part two, the magic part, happens later. That's when I process, simplify, and create an action plan. That's when the bigger problems are narrowed down to their core and clarity finally reveals itself. And none of that happens without deep work. That's why I intentionally block out time, at minimum, even if it's just 1 or 2 hours a week, to go into full focus mode. Because without that, I'm just collecting noise without producing anything meaningful. Deep work as a working mom. Now let's add real life into the mix. I'm a working mom with a toddler who demands and deserves all my attention. On top of that, there's the endless to-do list: cooking, cleaning, grocery runs, laundry, doctor's appointment, bath time, and a demanding career. So when do I actually create space for deep work, especially for writing and creativity? At night. I'm a night owl. I have always been. When the house is finally quiet, when the lights are off, everyone is fed, tucked in, and asleep. That's when I step into my balcony, laptop open, the world finally slows down, and my intention is heightened. That is where I mindfully and intentionally write my blog post. That is where I process my thoughts and let them flow into words. In those quiet nighttime hours, deep work becomes my superpower. Why deep work matters. Attention equals to money. Your attention is your greatest currency. It's your asset, your wealth, your power. In today's world, distractions are engineered to steal it. Every ping, every scroll, every app notification is a withdrawal from your bank of focus. And every time you give away your attention cheaply, you lose the chance to invest it in something valuable: building career, building skills, creating ideas, and producing meaningful work. Deep work is how you invest your attention wisely, where every focused hour compounds like interest and pays you back in clarity, creativity, and results. We live in a world of distractions, constant notification pings, and apps designed to hijack our attention and time, and in many cases, money. Staying focused on one task feels almost impossible, but it's also necessary because surface level work may get you through the day, but deep work creates the breakthroughs. Here are some of the simple but effective strategy I use. Blocking on social media notification. After 7 p.m., no more pings from any social media platforms. Turning off push notification. My phone doesn't get to decide what urgent is. I do. Setting emergency contacts. Only urgent calls from my parents, sister, or husband can break through when I'm in focus mode. That too, they'll have to call twice. Creating sacred time. For me, that's nighttime. For my husband, it's early morning when his mind is fresh. Find your window and protect it. Because multitasking is just doing two things poorly. Writing while scrolling and answering email means I lose my train of thoughts and the words don't come out the way I want them to. But when I am truly immersed, the words flow with ease. The power of box timing equals to productivity. Another thing that helps me with deep work is box timing. You cannot give yourself unlimited hours to finish something. Unlimited time creates procrastination, but a box of time creates urgency and productivity. For example, when my son was a baby, his nap lasted anywhere from 40 minutes to 2 hours. That becomes my creative window. If I had 1 hour, I would write like my life depended on it. If I was lucky and had 2 hours, I'd tackle bigger tasks. Even now, at night, when the house is quiet, I know my time isn't endless. I still need to sleep, I need to wake up and run the next day. So I give myself 1 to 2 hours of deep work fully immersed. After that, my focus naturally drops and I step away. Boxing time creates just the right amount of pressure, forcing me to productively deliver while also protecting me from burnout. J.K. Rowling and Bill Gates on deep work. This isn't just my truth, it's universal. When J.K. Rowling was struggling to finish Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, she didn't wait for inspiration to strike between errands. She checked herself into a hotel, away from all distraction, and immersed herself in her work. That book, the one born out of deep work, went on to break every publishing record in history. Bill Gates is another famous example. Known from his Think Weeks, he retreats into isolation twice a year with nothing but books, research papers, and his own thoughts. Out of those weeks came ideas that shaped the future of Microsoft. Cal Newport, in his book Deep Work, captures this perfectly. The ability to focus deeply in a distracted world isn't just a skill, it's a superpower. And the people who master it are the ones who truly move the needle. What deep work taught me. I first discovered Newport's book during the pandemic, at the time when boredom was suffocating. Instead of fighting the boredom, I learned to lean into it, to sit in stillness, to let my brain stretch beyond the quick dopamine hits of my phone. Boredom is very essential to fuel your creativity. And that's when I realized deep work isn't just for career breakthroughs, it's for creativity, success, and even for reclaiming your identity amidst the chaos of modern life. For me, deep work is the bridge between absorbing life's noise and transforming it into clarity, creativity, and action. And every blog post I write, every podcast I record, every idea I sharpen, every plan I execute starts there. Takeaways for you. Your attention is money. Spend it wisely. Deep work transforms information into clarity and action. Don't stop at information gathering. Create sacred time windows, morning, night, or weekend, and protect them fiercely. Limit distractions with notification blocks and emergency contacts only. Box your time. 1 to 2 hours of focus creates urgency without burnout. Multitasking isn't efficient. Focus deeply on one thing. Remember, if successful people swears by deep work, it's because it works. Boredom isn't your enemy. It's a doorway to creativity and breakthroughs. This might be your reminder to carve out your deep work window. Protect it, use it, watch how it transforms your output and your life. This is Maisha Taranan. Thank you so much for listening to my podcast.